Hey guys, welcome to the Institute, the place where we allow God to grow us into the leaders that He's called us to be. Now, today I want to talk about clarity. There was a leadership conference I went to at a place called Disney World. And I'm sure you've heard of Disney. They make a lot of movies, a lot of entertainment, and they have these theme parks here in the U.S. And at one of these theme parks, they do a leadership conference and a leadership training. And it was fabulous. And one of the things I learned there was about this idea around clarity. And so there's about 30 people in the room. It was small, which was really great. And so they bring in this guy who's an animator, which means he draws cartoons for movies and for pictures and posters and whatnot. And so he says to us, all right, can everyone picture Mickey Mouse in their brain? And we're like, yeah, we can. So he said, all right, I want you to draw Mickey Mouse. And we're like, we don't have, he said, draw it, just go for it, draw it. So this is what I drew, which is a terrible picture of Mickey Mouse. So then this guy says, all right, I'm going to now teach you how to draw Mickey Mouse. We're going to just take less than 10 minutes and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to draw Mickey Mouse. So he did. And this is my picture of Mickey Mouse. Now, this looks a lot better than this. Why? Because somebody took the time to teach me how to draw this. And so, as leaders, oftentimes we aren't as clear as we think we are. And we start asking people to do things, and we get to this. And we get frustrated because we're like, wait a minute, I told them to do this. I asked them to do this. I expected this. And this is what we're thinking we're going to get. But what happens? We weren't clear, and we get this. Now, there's a few things that leaders are often not clear about, and so I just want to kind of run through these. The first one is often we're not clear about specific tasks that need to be done. We say things, can you go do this? But we aren't real clear on how we want it finished. So that's one area that we're not often clear in. And if we're clear, then we're probably going to get what we want. If we're not clear, we're probably not going to get what we want. Another place we're not really clear in is how we define success. And so if we want this program done this way or this event done this way, we have to kind of paint a picture of this is what it looks like if it's done well and right and good. This is the end result. And so this is what I'm doing. So the first thing, the specific tasks, we need to be clear in how you're getting to the end result, but we also have to be clear about what does the end result look like. So that kind of definition of success. Another place we're often not clear in as leaders is the next steps after a hard conversation. So sometimes we'll have those hard conversations that say, things aren't working well, this isn't working well, or this isn't working well. And then we kind of leave it there rather than this is what it looks like to now change that, to make it look different and to lay out those steps for people. Another place we're not real clear at, and this kind of talks back to what we talked about last week, was we're not really clear on the problem that we're trying to solve. You know, we get kind of going this way and going this way and this way, and we have to bring ourselves back to, wait, what problem are we trying to solve? And be real clear on that problem. Another place we're not real clear in is roles. Is you're supposed to do this. This is your job, so this is what I want you to do. Remember how a couple weeks we talked about how leadership and music kind of work together and everyone in a band knows their role? And it's the same in a work environment, is that we're kind of like a band producing hopefully beautiful music, but everybody has to know their role and do their role well. So that's also an area we're not so clear. So what I'd love for you to do is talk about some other ways that we at Cherish maybe aren't clear, that we need to make more clear. And then also, which it's easy to talk about the organization, now take it a level deeper. Where's an area you are not very clear in? And how you lead people, or maybe a person you're leading or a project you're leading. Where aren't you very clear that you need to work on some clarity around something you're doing in the way you're leading?